Look how hard they're hitting. That's incredible. That's really tough. What's up, Knights of Vex, and welcome to the championship round for the second week of 3v3 Grand Arena. Currently 4-1 for the season, so if we get a win right now, even if we go 0-3 for the last week, it'd be a mission success for the season. We're getting pretty high up in Kyber 1, back to where I'd like to be near the top 50. We're currently in the top 100, I believe, but we're getting very close. The opponents are becoming very insane, like not easy at all. So heading into game, our current skill rating is 3966 in Kyber 1, so we're 2-0 for the week. And just to double check, because I'm curious about my ranking, if we look over here and I go to my ranking, we're going to be currently 90, so we are in the top 100. So these matchups are going to be very hard. I wonder if we're near anyone that we know, any popular other creators. There's Aesop Rock is at 69, that's crazy. Usually top, there's Solo Bass. He's familiar. Falcon, I believe, is in my Discord server. Poke the Pickle, I'm familiar with. Neo is our opponent for today. I faced him this week. He's very good. TJ from Plotting and Scheming is near us. Who else? Do we know anyone else? This is a member of my community that I know about. No other streamers, but top 50 or top 100. Can't go wrong with the top 100. Our opponent for today is Neo. This is a very familiar name. I think they've been in the top 50 a lot. Maul Chromium. It's just very familiar. I believe this player has been in the top 50 a ton. Legacy score is a little bit under 1 million. They are at 15.9. I mean, this is the tippy top. Gonna have everything. Relic Delta is gonna be a wet dream for this person. I mean, insane. Look at the Relic 9s. Crazy, crazy. Not everything's at Relic, but if you look at majority, it's mostly Relic 7 or higher. They have a Relic 9 cup. I mean, so do I. I can't really complain, but look at the Relic 8s. It's absurd what this player is going to do once Relic Delta comes out. It's incredible. The Datacron department, very good. Pretty much all maxed out. Only a little bit left here. This one, not as crazy as I thought it would be. I mean, it's still very good, but I thought it would be way, way more decked out. So no complaints about that, but they did master the previous set. Let's take a look at the map. So I changed it up a little bit, I believe. A little. I pretty much kept this up the same, but I did change out my Ethano for Santa. I forgot I had the Santa Staros level 9. I'm wondering if that can cause a headache, so we'll have to find out. Kept my Power King Hondo, my Jabba, my Darkside Ray with my crew and TIE Pilot. Up top, kept this the same. I think I swapped out the Kron here because I had the Santa Kron originally. And in the back, Lord Vader was kept my Ahsoka. Everything back here was the same. I just changed up the front wall a little. Ships, all not meta fleet. Their wall, they went pretty hard on defense. We have a Roll Relic 9 Maz Kanata team. I'm probably going to use JML. I'm just going to straight up use JML. This, probably Kenobi. Bo-Katan worked out great for me last time against Baylan. Probably going to do that. Ufu's worked out great here. And obviously going to use First Order against Hondo. Up top, we have a Lord Vader squad. We have Ahsoka with Ezra and Syndulla. Turn meter, that means no Night Sisters. Keller and Beck, Mace, and Enoch. So, these are not easy teams. We both went pretty hard on defense, so we need to be definitely at our A game if we want to pull this off. Extremely difficult opponent. We're outmatched in a lot of everything, but I have faith. If you just stick to your counters, have some confidence, you're going to do just fine. So, let's get this Grand Arena started. We're going to start out with the brand new GL Power King Hondo, and hopefully, today goes our way. Starting things out right. New GL Power King Hondo, Omicron Hondo, and they have Vane, all Relic 9. Darkseid Max Health and Protection 3. Wordy Pirate 6 with crit damage, high health, and offense. It's very good. We're going with Supreme Leader Kylo, Hux, and Special Forces TIE Pilot. I am fortunate enough to have rerolled it on this account. I can't get it on my ult. I just simply can't. Darkseid Max Health and Protection 3. 100% more damage, level 6. You can one-shot Hondo if this works out in the beginning. And the Special Forces 9 with very high armor pen, high crit damage, and potency. Big fan of the stats. Let's go right into it. This could come down to efficiency in the very end, or someone getting stuck. So they did not increase my Kylo's cooldowns. That is a win for me. So we're going to go ahead and go for the one shot here. There we go. Now the goal is to try to keep the one shot. Or the high banners is what I mean. I want to keep the high banners. So if they can ignore Hux, that's a win. Let's just go here. I'm going to go for the stun. Let's go here. Just keep building up our damage. Let's go do this here. Not the end of the world. Let's go here. Basic. I'm okay with that. Let's go ult. I'm trying to keep this in a sufficient banner situation. Alright, maybe not the smartest plays by me. That's why. Probably not the smartest plays. Probably should have just gone for the kill. I'm trying to stall this out as much as I can for the banners, and it's just not going the way I want. Keep siphoning. Okay, that's the banner recovery there. It's not going to happen for Hux. Okay, 65. I think I could have played that better, honestly. Obviously, there's a RNG if they're going to target Hux or Kylo or Special Forces TIE Pilot. I probably could have just done a basic on Vane when he was stunned and got rid of him, but I wanted to see if I could stall it as much as I can and try to see if I could wait for Bane for Vane to die to get the health and protection recovery back to Kylo and Special Forces TIE Pilot at the end. Didn't work out that way. We're going to have to deal with the 65 there. Could have played it better, but we'll know for next time. I was a massive fan of this last match. I'm going to do it again today. It actually saves me, because I'm not going to be able to use Bo against Lord Vader today. Rolo Kron is on defense with Rey. So what I'm going to do is Bo, Bam, and IG against a full Relic 9 Baylan team. They have the cooldown reduction 3, Inquisitor Termeter, level 6, and the Marok 9 with lots of health, protection, and crit damage. We're going Bo, Bam, and IG with the Termeter in the beginning, level 3. Crit chance, health steal, high crit damage, health, and crit avoidance. So the Terminator Kron should help me get out ahead. I think it's... Yep. So he lived this time, but we'll be fine. That worked out great again. She's probably going to try to steal some banners. Let's go here. Unfortunately, she's going to steal banners. Can't stop that. I don't know if there's a way around it. I don't think I can get it back. We'll see. What does it look like? Okay, it ended up being one banner less than last time. It played out a little bit different. The last match, Baylan was taken out right off the bat. Today, he survived, so I had to do an extra attack from Bo. Also, the sides both went in damage immunity, so that stalled it out a little bit. Could have been a 57, but I don't think I could have played that any differently. It was just a circumstance of their modding and Datacron, but that's still a very solid second win. Not playing around with this team, not today. This is a full Relic 9 Moz, and I don't feel like playing around. I'm going to bringing in JML, have no plans for him. I'm currently 2 for 2 with this at the moment. Triple Omicron kicks focus Datacron, so that is not something to take lightly. They're going to have recovery and revives. It is dangerous, so... Her speed, just to let you guys aware, 355, that means 385. Great Mothers are not going to outspeed her. Jedi Master Luke, Cal, and Jedi Knight Luke. Terminator in the beginning, health, crit avoidance, health steal, tenacity, and protection. I hope that this isn't a waste again. I didn't feel it was a waste last match, so we're going to keep up the same flow. Probably could have played that a little differently. Let's go ahead and do this here. Probably going to get going. She's going to probably increase cooldowns. Not the end of the world at the moment. That is a banner stealing move. Let's increase her cooldowns. This is tougher than it's ever been. I cannot use the insta-kill until I deal with all of them, I feel like. Ah, there's the revive. We gotta deal with her. I'm not doing the insta-kill. I know it's not ideal. I'm just gonna do it. I want to remove that buff. I don't want him to revive. Not ideal banners at the moment. He is just stealing them. I'm cool with that. We can go for this. Fine with this. I don't think there's a way I can get banners back. Or at least not enough. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a splash damage basic, annoyingly. Let's try to get some banners back here. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be a 55. Yeah, that one was way more challenging. Way more challenging. It's full Relic 9. I mean, it is no joke. It's a Kix-focused Datacron. That might be a very tough variant in 3v3. Probably one of the best. Specifically with that focused Datacron. Because she's going to come back. There's revives. He's pretty obnoxious. So, full Relic 9 Maz team with Kix. Not something to be taken lightly. I think JML was the right call. So, we are going to tackle Grand Inquisitor with Reva and Ninth Sister Kron, and I'm changing up my lineup a little bit. I want to see if maybe it could save some banner recovery. I don't know, but it's a very dangerous full Relic 9 team. Obviously, everything's going to be Relic 9. Cooldown reduction 3, Wordy Inquisitor 6, Ninth Sister 9, high health, crit avoidance, and health steal. Seer, Malagos, and Padawan Sabine Wren. I think the extra AoE here would be nice, and I want to save Starkiller in case I need him for a separate team. Going with the light side Terminator in the beginning, Kron, the 20% one. The ramping offense 6 for Ufus with potency, armor pen, and protection. I don't think we can lose, but I'm trying to see if this could possibly help with maybe some banners. It's always frightening. They went out really fast. I just want to get rid of him, which I'm not there yet. I'm going to save the damage immunity. That was a fast. Okay, sure. I guess the banners aren't really the way I wanted it to go. That's just lovely. Not at all how I wanted it. Not at all. Really dumb by me. Not gonna lie to you. Really dumb. Maybe that's the triple Omicron Reva? I have no idea. I blew it. I blew this. This might be a consequence of the triple Omicron. Yeah. Wow. Not the way I wanted it at all. Not the way I wanted it at all. Kind of blew that one pretty bad. That was definitely my fault. I thought Sabine would have done something good with the AoEs. She just didn't simply hit hard enough. That was an oversight by me completely, but I made a mistake. Made a mistake. Solo Reva left. Got to figure out how to clean up. Again, big mistake by me. I blew it. Should have went with Scav Ray. Would have been fine. I just don't really know what I was thinking. But we got to clean it up. So I'm going to try Bounty Hunters, and I'm not going to use the Cleanse. Because if I Cleanse, I'm going to gain Death Mark. But I'm going to go with the Light Side Max Health Damage 3 with Tenacity, Health Steal, Protection, Crit Damage, and Crit Chance. I just need to get the contract and one-shot her. I just need to be really smart with the cleansing. That's it. I'm not going to cleanse there. I'm only going to cleanse when I really need. This should be it. Okay, yeah, that was simple. Easy cleanup. Feel ashamed that I did that, but I gotta move past it. I can't let it affect my gameplay going forward. We learned for next time. Just bring in Scav Ray. I didn't have crew. Crew was on defense because I kept it with Darkside Ray. If I had crew available, 100% would have been with my unaligned Force User team. Sabine just didn't do it for me. I made a risk, and it didn't pay off. Last team on the bottom wall, it's going to be Jabba with the Shorty Focus Datacron. You guys know the deal. Very dangerous, very good with Jabba. Does not allow Wampa to be soloed or use the solo with Wampa. High crit avoid defense and potency. I'm going with JMK, Cat, and Mace. I'm running a light side buffs on a special, level 3, with the Ufu Terminator in the beginning of their turn 6. Not going to really matter. Armor pen, protection, and health. It's nothing crazy. I don't think I need anything crazy against Jabba. Hopefully that drop doesn't cost us. It very well could today. Okay. Gotta see how strong this back wall is gonna be. You really like Cat today, huh? Really like Cat. I don't like those on her, to be honest. Thank God we had that. I went through quite a bit of protection. Okay, that's that. Let's just get rid of Chrysanthemum. I'm not too worried about Jabba. Very tanky. Keep passing this over to Kenobi. We'll eventually get through them. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay, there you go. Big one shot. Good armor shred. Try to get a banner back if we can. There we go. Nothing crazy. Slowly getting there. See if I can get another ult, maybe? Some banners. What? 55? Really? That sucks. I thought that was going to be a 56 or 57. Alright. Again, is what it is. Not the best front wall for us. We have definitely played front walls better. We kind of had to use expensive teams as well, so we have to see what my opponent is hiding in the back wall. Hopefully, it wasn't a mistake, and we can still pull this off. So let's check it out. 527 heading into the back, and let's see. Ufus, Queen Amidala, Darkside Ray, and Resistance and Gungans. Okay, so they went a little bit harder on offense, which is understandable. But they set Vegito, so I wonder if that shuts down anything that they're going to need on offense. I left a couple surprise trap cards in the back wall as well, so maybe that throws them off. We're going to have to see. Not the easiest Grand Arena. Still have a lot to get through, but hopefully we can do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is Baylan against Darkside Ray. It's a team you can't take lightly, and I just want to get this battle over with. Triple Omicron Ray, Omicron on TIE Fighter Pilot, Darkside Max at the Protection 3. The First Order offense up and expose level 6 if they stun an enemy, and the crew 9 with crit damage, health, offense, armor pen, and high protection. I'm going with the Vader focused Datacron here. High defense, high crit damage, and potency. It's really good for this team. We want to be able to make sure we land that stun. They're going to be fast. Lightning fast. The thing is if they had the 100% damage level 3, I'd be way more concerned. So even with all that potency, we still didn't even get the stuns, which is kind of sucky. Just get the kill. Didn't get the kill. Are you serious? Counter attack, please. Stun, please. There we go. Okay, I was gonna say, what the heck, man? Any way I can get some banners back? Probably not. Trying to see if I could stall. Looks like we are getting some banners back. We turned it around for a 57. Very good. That to me is good value. Again, I'm surprised we didn't land the stun there. We have 60% potency on the Datacron, but it worked out just fine for us. If they had the 100% more damage, way more concerning. The sides would have been killed off the bat, but I'm lucky my opponent didn't set it that way. Good 57 banner win. Gotta make some risky plays. Gotta do some risky stuff. This Grand Arena is still up in the air. I might not even be able to get a full clear if my go-to counters do not work, because I use some expensive stuff up front, and it kind of is going to cost me in the back. So they didn't set Rey, so Rey's going on offense. I wonder what they're going to use Rey with, but I'm going to be using Queen Amidala against the Malakos team, the Vegito team. I've never run it before. I think we'll be okay, because I can't picture this team beating Queen Amidala on offense. I mean, at least it's never worked for me. They have the dark side buffs on a basic with high crit damage, armor pen, and lots of health. I'm going with the same crown I've been using all season long, the light side buffs on a special, high armor pen, health, and protection. I do not know. Who do I want to go for first is the question. You would think Malakos, right? I don't know. Ignoring taunt. I kind of want to get them under stealth. Not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna do it. I don't know if that's stupid. There's the savior. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blew us out of the water. This isn't winnable. That was insane. He went full-blown unleashed on us. That was incredible. Okay, I guess Vegito walks the floor on Queen. That was insane. Look how hard they're hitting. That's incredible. That's really tough. So Queen Amidala, no bueno. Damn. I wasted a really good team again. Could have used that somewhere else. That was surprising. That AoE knocked the floor off of us. I'm at the point in the Grand Arena where the full clear is really not even an option anymore because of how hard I went on defense and how tough their defense is, because that Vegito team is no joke. So I gotta split my Sith Eternal and Bane. Unfortunately, otherwise I'm not getting through it. I don't have enough teams to get through that Vegito. So this one I'm not very comfortable with. It could be a fail. It more than likely will be. Ahsoka, Ezra, Syndulla. 25% turn meter, high protection, high health, high crit damage. Going Sith Eternal Armor Sith Empire Trooper with the Iden Focus Datacron for the extra health and the buffs on a special. I don't know, guys. I do not know. I'm gonna link Ezra to remove his protection and not get crit. More than likely gonna get exiled. Okay, let's get some armor shreds here. I'm worried they're gonna go for armor. Not armor, please. Yep, there it is. Okay. So we gotta wait now. If she can even live. Which, I don't know. Okay, she didn't get fractured. That is a plus. But she's close to going down. Buff immunity is just not helpful. Yeah, not too good. That's nice, actually. I'm gonna keep doing this. That's fine. We don't need her anymore. That's fine. Just want to ramp up a little bit more. What is that? And make sure that backup plan goes away. Perfect defense kind of sucks too. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough to get through it. I have a lot of health, but not a lot of damage. I guess I'm gonna do it. I guess I'll wait a second. This is tough. The locked heal immunity kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Definitely sucks. Tickling. Tickling. That's good damage, but can't insta-kill. Freaking sucks. I'm gonna try to relink. Get rid of that heal immunity. And the backup plan. Unbelievable. That's nice. This should prevent the revive. I guess not. And there's the heal immunity. We're gonna run out of time. Just do that. That's fine. I feel like I could have played this way better. Taking so many turns. I mean, them being immune to debuffs doesn't really help with the perfect defense. And all the turns that they're taking. Gonna get down to hopefully a solo Ahsoka. It's the best we can do here. Okay. It's not happening. She's got way too much bonus protection, but we did our best. Probably the best case scenario for here, because we didn't have enough damage on our Kron. Armor Pen does nothing. We deal special damage, so solo Ahsoka is going to have to be the way it is. We were never going to get through that. Now I got to try Bane versus Vegito. And that's not even going to be a guarantee. Okay, like I said, it's probably the best case scenario that we were going to work with. It's very hard to get down to a solo Ahsoka. That bonus protection just kept ramping. With Syndulla in there, it's very, very annoying. So that's probably the best case for us. So hopefully that wasn't a waste. Because now, the whole point is that was to get Bane and Malak to work against Vegito. That was the whole point of that. I knew that it was risky to go in there. It was going to probably be a drop, but this needs to work. There's literally no other way around it. Buffs on a basic for damage. We've already saw it. It's crazy, crazy Datacron for them. I'm going with the Kicks Focus Datacron because of the extra health. Malak is there for the drain life. It's not going to be easy. I don't want to do that because that gives damage immunity. Tenacity down is fine. He got crit. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. Now I do this. I'm gonna hold off. I guess he's gonna get into ult. Guess we're still fine. He is hitting hard. Okay, so it ended up working for us. I promise there was no other way, because there's no other shot at getting rid of Lord Vader without doing Leia or something like that. There was no other way, so I was happy, you know, not happy that we're dropping, not happy that it's low efficiency, but in this case scenario, I'd rather get the full clear than get stuck, so that worked out. Have to try Great Mothers against Queen Amidala with the Jawa Focus Datacron. It is frightening. No joke. The stats are crazy. Offense, armor pen, high health, and crit avoidance. Like, literally my biggest nightmare is crit avoidance lately. I have to go with Great Mothers, though. I really don't have any other options. Cooldown reduction 3, defense to offense 6, high crit chance, very high crit damage. There's no other choice. I gotta see if this crit is gonna land. All up to this. It landed. We're good. Go here. So, I'm happy that worked. That's actually nice. Cooldowns are jacked, unfortunately. Hopefully Spirit lives this match. Alright, that's fine. They're doing their thing. Okay, Spirit obviously doing work. Oh, come on. Really? The second time we've lost Spirit. That's just annoying. I don't know why. That keeps happening. I guess the extra offense is enough to get rid of her. I mean, it's still a win, but like, it should be a 57. It really should. A lot of Great Mother turns. Okay, again, getting the one shot is the goal, and not getting stuck is the bigger goal. So even if we had to lose Spirit there, it is what it is. But I'm curious to why that's happened twice now. I'm wondering if it's the extra offense from Padawan or Master Qui-Gon with the Focus Datacron. It's possible because he's hitting pretty hard. Queen Amidala is hitting kind of hard. It could be a culprit of that, but I don't know. I want to do better going forward. The whole reason I had to change up my plan, because I didn't want to get stuck on Lord Vader. If you can see here, I'll show you everything. I didn't have Vegito. I did not have much. Bane and Sith Eternal combined would have made me stuck on other teams. There's nothing I could have done to have gotten through Lord Vader, so I had to make some desperation plays, which included drops. So, Leia versus Lord Vader. If I had Maz Kanata on offense, I think I'd be in pretty good shape, but I kept her on defense. That's the problem on my end. But Lord Vader, cooldown reduction 3, very high health, high crit damage, frightening. Going with a Terminator Chron in the beginning for light side, irresistible resistance stun 6, with protection, very high crit damage, and a little bit of health. We'll see. I'm not going to target Apo this time. I'm wondering if that was a mistake, because that got him below the threshold, and I want him above the threshold so he can get crit. So I think that was my mistake last match. I'm going to go for the stun. I am going to ignore him. I don't know if that was a mistake. Let's see. Can we get a one-shot? Okay. It was not a mistake. So I'll remember that for next time. I want to keep him around for the cleansing at the moment. We can stun him, though. Let's go ahead and... I always get reminded that I should do this more often in the battle, but I usually like to save it towards the end for banner recovery. Alright, we gotta deal with this for a sec. That's gonna be a cleanse. That's why I like keeping him around. I'd like to get another cleanse. Can we get a big hit here? Kind of a big hit. Stun. Damage immunity, maybe? There we go. He's hitting hard. Cleanse. Good damage immunity. Irresistible stun. I'm gonna save that for a second. I think I can. Cleanse. Ooh, big hit. Kind of just holding off for a sec. Stun. Do this. Being patient. Do it now. Didn't get the kill on the side. Why? Back an ult. It's a fast ult. Of course. Of course. Alright, Lord Vader. I need you to stop postponing the inevitable. I mean, that's actually crazy damage. That's how this Grand Arena is going. Very tough plays. Tanky Lord Vader. Lots of health in the Datacron. He was ramping. He one-shot R2. If Drogon goes down, we're even in more trouble. So, thankfully we got through it. Not the prettiest banners. Not what I like to do. But, again, we'll have to move on. Time to clean up Ahsoka. And I was thinking about doing Wampa solo, but maybe I could use Wampa for a different team. So I'm going to go with Mauldalorians for the cleanup. Going with an Ufu ability block 6. Hopefully that can lock her down with her special abilities. Protection, armor pen, health, crit damage, tenacity, and potency. I hope we have enough to get through her. She's a pretty thick, tank. We'll have to see. There's the ability block. Trigger Frenzy. I'm just gonna keep the 5 stacks, I think. Fine, I guess not. It's pretty good damage, I just think we gotta keep going. Could have done the special and then an AoE misplay. Alright, let's go. Hold off again. Go all in. We're getting there. 330. Gotta get back to 5 stacks before we go all out. I want her to heal. This does take a while. Ugh. I'm gonna hold off again. And then I think next time we go all out. Come on. We're getting so close. Maybe next turn we just go all out? Gotta wait. Taking forever. That should be enough. All 5 stacks here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that just takes a really long time. I'm happy that Mauldalorians can pull that off in a solo situation, because she's a pretty obnoxious tank. She doesn't really do much, just is a very huge rock. But saves me Wampa for a different team, so I'm happy that Mauldalorians got this 2-shot. For the Resistance team, bringing in Saw Gerrera with the Rebel Fighters, they have a double Omicron team, Terminator in the beginning, Terminator level 6, Rose 9, Health, Protection, Crit Avoidance, going with the stacking offense and speed on death. We don't want that to occur. It's really the stats. Tenacity, Armor Pen, Potency, and offense. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Wampa on the Gungans, I think. I think this is good. It's very good. Done. Okay, that's that. I like using this here. Remove the buffs. It gives us a clear shot to Rose. Rebel Fighter hits extremely hard. I love this team. Actually getting me out of a pinch on offense. So, great use for Saul against Zorii. I was worried about using any other team with bad banners. Leaves me Wampa for Gungans, so we're going to do that next. Going for the value play. Wampa versus Gungans, Tarpals instead of the tank. Terminator in the beginning, crit avoidance, tenacity, health steal, and high crit damage. But Wampa and our focus Datacron hopefully can get right through this. Tons of offensive stats. Need to get back some efficiency. Staying alive. I mean, gotta hit the generator. Might take a minute. Gotta be very careful of Death Mark. I'd like to clear that. Alright, that's fine. I don't know if this was a mistake. I thought it'd be good value. Just gotta hit it. Like, we're hitting hard, but just taking a while. 8 more hits. I'm worried about Death Mark. Okay. Six hits. There's the mark. Look at the damage. It's incredible. Too bad that they can't get under protection. 4 hits. 3. Getting scared. So freaking close. Don't get death marked. Okay. Alright. One more hit. Just get one more hit. Taking so many freaking turns. That's it. That's it. Okay, we should be able to melt them now. Thank you. That took so long. Goodbye. Just goodbye. Wow. That was a little stressful. It took time. We had to hit the generator individually 15 freaking times. So, it's great value. It saves me a bunch. Really happy with it. I could use Traya on another squad like Keller and Beck or Mace. So, I'm fine with this. Moving into safer territory. Traya versus Mace has not failed me. All Relic 9, Terminator in the beginning, high crit damage, high protection. I'm going with the cooldown reduction 3, protection health, high crit avoidance, and tenacity. Just gotta survive. I have not failed this. It's worked out the same every match. Always go this. This. That's good value. Wow. Wow. Way easier than ever. Annoying. There you go. Well, happy I saved Traya for that. I wonder if my opponent's going to struggle. I feel like they're going to walk all over my defense because I set Lord Vader in the back and they have Maz Kanata on offense. More than likely going straight for Lord Vader with that. Don't think the Jawa focused Datacron is going to stop it. But we got to focus on our gameplay. We still have 2 tough teams, but I think I have answers for them. So let's get right to it. Alright, I don't know if this is a guarantee. I really don't. But I should be fine. Keyword is should. I don't know. Enoch, Night Trooper. Very dangerous. They have the cooldown reduction 3, defense to offense 6, and the Night Trooper 9. With protection, crit avoid, tenacity, and crit damage. I don't like the tenacity at all. Going with the cooldown reduction 3, high health, crit chance, and a little crit damage. That high tenacity makes me a little nervous, not gonna lie. I'd like to get a stun on Enoch. I wanted the tenacity down, but just don't die. That's all I ask, don't die. Do this. Stagger is good. I want to go for another stun. Okay, this is good. The cooldown reduction 3 is very helpful here. Look at this. She's taking a bunch of freaking turns. You see that? That's incredible. Now we need Starkiller to take a turn so we get some banners back. Because I'm not liking the banners at the moment. I don't like the banners at all, but again, at least it worked. At least it worked. I guess with tenacity down, high tenacity doesn't really matter. The freaking key there was that Mara J was fast enough to outspeed them, even with the Night Trooper level 9, with the extra 75 speed. she could still outspeed him. So even though it was a 54 and not what I like, it was a one-shot. Okay, the final team. And just to show you guys how low we were getting with teams and how sketchy it was, pretty much Gas, Tarkin, Radis, Jar Jar. We were running pretty thin on teams. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's some Omicrons available, but against these teams, they are useless. So the last team is Keller and Beck with Jocasta and Temple Guard, Full Relic 9. The protection up level 3. Crit chance protection, high health, and health steal. I don't have Malak. I got to go with Revan and Basilisk Unfallen. High crit damage, high health. Very good for Malgus. Basilisk Unfallen is more likely captive. That's fine. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to get a fear on her. Or I'm going to try to do that. Let's do that. He might cleanse. Yep. Keep the fear on her. Profundity is good. Fear on Beck. Do this. It's fine. She will get into her rifle form when she's out of that thing. I'm okay with the counterattack. I want the shock. Let's see what happens. Can we control her a little? Good. That's good for Malgus. Let's do that. Big hit. There we go. Okay, that worked out. I guess we have very high crit damage. She didn't get to rifle form. That doesn't happen often. Good crit. There we go. Okay. We got through it. We got through it. It wasn't pretty, but we got through it. So, we had a bunch of drops. Very tough opponent. Very tough wall. It happens sometimes. I definitely learned from my mistakes. I think I know a different approach for going offense. But overall, I'm happy we're not getting stuck, because this was a potential map to get stuck on. So, we made it through the characters. Let's go and see ships. 1565 heading into the ship wall. That's not what we like to see. But they set Leviathan, Home 1, and Executrix. So we have 3 meta fleets for offense. I just got to be smart, and we're going to be fine. So I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Let's execute it and end the Grand Arena. Leviathan mirror match. Same thing as last match. Just keep it simple. 2 reinforcements. This could come down to efficiency, so we got to see. I had to attack the night before because I'm going on a plane in about 5 hours. I am not getting any sleep, but had to get the content out, guys. Okay, unfortunately they went first. Just didn't even make that aware of myself. They went first. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna lose banners. It happens. Wow, we really lost the ship? That, like, never happens. That, like, never happens. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of insane. How did we lose Dagger like that? That's incredible. It's gonna be even worse banners now. Like, horrible banners. Not a big fan of that, not gonna lie. How does that happen? That usually never happens. Is that the full Relic 9 fleet doing that? Happy it brought in an extra reinforcement. At least we won the ult race, but that's frustrating. Try to get some banners back. Deflected. That's funny. Okay, well, at least we got through it. 69 banners and a mirror match. That is not ideal. Not how we like to do things around here. But we lost Dagger. We lost Dagger, so that sucks. We go second, lose Dagger, so it's a 69. 2 more fleets. What I'm going to do first is Executor versus Executrix. Just want to go ahead and get this over with. I'd rather use Profundity against Home 1. So let's go all out. Let's go for shuttle. Simple enough. That's it. Very fast. Not hard at all. 74. So, not the end of the world. 75 is better. But that's pretty good. I think I played those matchups the best for what I had. Leviathan Mirror, definitely. I think Executor versus Executrix is the best value there. Now we're going to end it with Profundity. Last up, Home 1, using Profundity. Not a fleet you could take lightly. They don't have a tank in the beginning. That means B-Wing is going to come out first. So, not too worried about it. I think Profundity is a hard counter. Yep, there it is. We'll let them do their thing. Let's see if we can get rid of B-Wing. Almost, right off the bat. Yep. There's the other reinforcement. Interesting. We're taking quite a bit of turns, good sir. Get a taunt. I'd like to get rid of Raven's Claw like now. Or we can just end the battle. Go here. And very curious to what my banner situation is going to look like, because I don't think it's going to be pretty. I mean, like, at the end of the Grand Arena, I mean. This was a 75. That was the best fleet battle of the Grand Arena. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to see what we ended up with. And to be honest with you guys, I am not going to be able to record the review at home because my opponent hasn't attacked yet. I'm going to be away. I'm going to be on a work conference in a different state. So, you're probably going to see a different background of me doing a voiceover, most likely on my laptop. I wonder if we pulled it off. I wonder if we were going to pull it off. They have a lot for offense. I set a pretty tough defense. But in my personal opinion, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win very smoothly. They're probably going to need Leia to work very good here. Unless they do a Rey mirror match. And Rey without an Ezra mirror match, I'm not sure how that's going to perform. Maybe it does well. The Rolocron is very tough. I have found out on the hard end against one of my opponents I lost to. So we'll have to see. This could very well be dependent of the win. I think they'll walk through everything else. I think Crew will... Supreme Leader Kyler is going to get through that. Sith Empire will get through my Dark Side Rey. Maybe even Baylan. And then back here, they're probably going to use Maz Kanata. They can use the Jedi Knight Revan trick. They definitely have the advantage. I think they're going to pull it off, but you never know. Maybe they struggle. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow with the review, and hopefully we won. What's going on, Knights of X? It's the next day, and we are no longer at our home base. We had to travel this morning for work, so we are in a hotel. But I did bring my laptop, and I got my AirPods just to record the review, and we pulled it off. We pulled it off. I don't know how, but we got pretty lucky, and I think exactly the way I thought I was going to win, if I remember correctly, if I said this in the previous recording, was specifically Rey, Ben, Ezra. I mean, this is the type of team, if you don't have the right counter, and if you set this with the Rolocron, you're boned. My opponent was very awesome. Joined my Discord and messaged me about what they tried to use. They tried to do a Rey mirror match and failed. They said they normally get it to work, but it didn't work today. But this team is disgusting. And it's all because of the Rolocron. The stats are absurd. The crit avoid, the health, the defense, and even the armor pen. It's just bananas. So bananas on this team. They were able to one-shot everything else on this bottom wall. And up top, I don't think they knew they could have a chance without getting through the bottom. So they did not continue to their attack, which I understand. But this was the type of Grand Arena where if I didn't change up the plan, and I didn't take risks, and I did some stupid stuff, I wasn't going to get the full clear myself. So, like, for example, if I remember having to use Sith Eternal solo here to at least get rid of the sides was the right decision, because Queen Amidala getting absolutely blown up by Vegito messed up the plans dramatically. I mean, I didn't think Starkiller was going to one-shot my sides like that, my Padawan Obi-Wan. It was incredible how much that AoE did. My mic keeps disconnecting from my computer for some reason, but what I was saying was pretty much Padawan Obi-Wan got one shot. I had to change up my plan, had to use Bane separately from Sith Eternal, and that won us the Grand Arena, honestly. I knew I had to use Leia for Lord Vader. There was no other options with that. So everything worked out in our favor. I made massive mistakes on the front wall with using Padawan Sabine. I thought that would be a good idea. It just straight up wasn't. But you know what? I'm happy we won because it's nice to go 3-0. It's very hard to go 3-0, especially in the top 100. We are officially back steadily into the top 100. Our skill rating is at 4,000. So let's see if we can finish another season in the top 50. I have no idea. Next week is going to be absolutely so insanely hard, but I'm here for the ride. I love the challenge, and I hope you guys are here for it as well. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like. Leave all your comments in the comment section down below. And subscribe to the channel to become a Knight of X and for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you all.